Welcome to Networks Professionals.
Welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely pumped you're here today because we're going to break down a truly fascinating concept. It's this sort of invisible architecture that's literally operating right now on the smartphone in your pocket, the smart appliances in your kitchen, or even the systems locking down your bank account. We're talking about federated learning. It is a massive, real game changer in how artificial intelligence actually operates, and it directly impacts the tech you use every single day. Let's get right into it. So I want to kick things off by throwing a core dilemma your way. Can AI learn about you without actually seeing your data? I mean, it sounds kind of like a trick question, right? Because, look, we all want the incredible personalized benefits of AI. We absolutely want our phones to magically predict what we're typing, and we want our smart homes to just know our daily routines. But let's be honest, we're all a little terrified of the security risks that come with sending our deeply private raw data up to some faceless cloud server. It totally feels like we have to trade our privacy for convenience. But what if we didn't have to? Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. First up, the data privacy dilemma. Second, we'll meet federated learning. Third, how the process works. Fourth, the ultimate win-win. And finally, we'll look at some real-world applications. All right, Section 1, the data privacy dilemma. And this brilliantly illustrates the heart of the issue. Look at this stark contrast here. On the left, we've got the old way, traditional AI. In this setup, to make the AI smarter, literally everything, all your raw data, gets pooled together. It just gets vacuumed right up from your device and sent off to one massive centralized database in the cloud. And honestly, that is a massive security vulnerability just waiting for a data breach to happen. But then, look on the right. We have the new way, federated learning. Instead of your data going to the AI in the cloud, the AI actually comes to your data, right on your device. It completely flips the script. Which brings us to Section 2, meet federated learning. So let's define this simply, without all the jargon. Federated learning is essentially a decentralized machine learning approach. It trains AI models across edge devices, so think your smartphone, a local server in your office, or maybe your smartwatch, without ever transferring your raw data. I really want to emphasize this for you. Instead of uploading your whole life, your habits, and your personal info to some central server, the AI model is sent directly to you. It actually learns locally right there on your own hardware. Okay, Section 3, how the process works. Now, what is just so cool about this is how beautifully cyclical the whole system is. We can actually think of these 4 steps kind of like a master chef developing a brand new restaurant recipe. So first up is model distribution. The central server, our master chef, sends out a base recipe, the AI model, to participating devices, which are basically like our individual home kitchens. Second is local training. Every single device tweaks that recipe right in its own kitchen, training the model using its own private local ingredients, your data. Third, update sharing. Now, instead of sending your raw ingredients back to the chef, the device computes and sends back only the specific changes it made to the recipe. And finally, aggregation. The central server takes all those little tweaks from thousands of different kitchens, averages them all together to improve the global recipe, and then sends that newly improved master version right back out. So the crucial point is this. During that update sharing phase, what exactly is leaving your phone? Just mathematical weights. Literally, that is it. It's just lightweight, highly encrypted math that represents what the AI actually learned. Your raw data, like your private keystrokes, your personal family photos, your confidential medical records, it never, ever leaves the device. The AI gets the knowledge it needs, but it doesn't get your actual data. Moving on to Section 4, the ultimate win-win. All of this mechanical stuff translates to 4 absolutely incredible benefits for you and me. First, improved privacy. The risk of data breaches or misuse drops drastically simply because your raw data stays right there with you. Second, enhanced security, which we are going to look at a little closer in just a second. Third, lower bandwidth and latency. Because you're only sharing these tiny mathematical updates and not uploading gigabytes of raw data, it consumes way less network bandwidth. And hey, this also allows the AI to respond to you in real time, right on the device. And fourth, personalization. The AI is actually adapting specifically to your unique behaviors locally, all while simultaneously getting smarter from the collective intelligence of the entire network. You get this incredibly customized experience, but without paying the privacy tax. Let's actually expand on that security layer we just mentioned. Federated learning often combines with highly advanced techniques like differential privacy or homomorphic encryption. Now, what does that mean in plain English? Basically, even if a bad actor were to somehow intercept those mathematical updates being sent back to the server, those individual inputs remain completely untraceable. Your specific contribution is entirely anonymous, completely buried in the noise of the mathematics. No way for them to trace it back to you. Let's move to Section 5 and see how this builds into real-world applications. Seriously, this is not science fiction. This is happening right now, out in the real world. In your smartphone, Federated Learning is powering things like predictive text, like Gboard, and voice recognition. The phone literally learns how you type without ever sending your personal text messages to the cloud. In healthcare, it is absolutely revolutionary. Hospitals can now collaborate on really complex disease detection and drug discovery, benefiting from these massive global insights without ever exposing a single private patient medical record. For IoT and smart homes, your smart appliances and wearables can optimize their performance locally. You don't have to continuously stream your private household routines over the internet. And in finance, major banks are actively using this to collaboratively identify fraudulent transactions and track security threats, all while strictly protecting client confidentiality. It's just brilliant. Wow, okay, we have covered some incredible ground today. We've seen exactly how the AI comes to you, how it learns locally, and how it only shares those encrypted mathematical weights to build a smarter, much safer network. But I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. If your data never actually leaves your device, who really owns the future of AI? Think about it. Federated learning points to a future where these massive, centralized data monopolies might just become completely obsolete, putting the power and the privacy right back into the hands of the user. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep asking questions and definitely keep learning.
Thanks for watching.